Hello beautiful people, my name is Bridget and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having an awesome day, and today's video is going to be an eyeshadow palette review because it's been a minute since I reviewed something I feel like, and I was ready for another review, especially for something affordable that's not Colourpop, because I do a lot of Colourpop lately and I have more Colourpop stuff I want to review. So today we're taking a break from Colourpop and stuff, and today we're reviewing the Alter Ego Blooms palette. This is a dupe for the Natasha Denona Love palette. This palette retails for $16. You can use code porcelain if you want to save even more money off that, bringing the price even lower, and the Natasha Denona version retails for $65. So there is a huge price difference here, and today we're going to test this palette out. Here is the cover of it. It has pretty rose petals and everything. And then here is the inside, which is very romantic and stuff with a pop of green in there with like the reds and the purples and pinks. There's like a little pop of green, which I thought was super, super pretty. And today we're testing this one out. There is another palette that came out along with this one, which I will be testing out after this one. I didn't want to do like both of them in the same video because they're both very different vibes. But today we'll be doing this look together. And without any further ado, you guys, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so I'm putting these swatches in after I've already done the looks. So my mistake, it's not actually a green shade in the palette, it's actually a silver, and it looks really pretty. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get started with the look for today with the Blooms palette. The Canyon palette will also be its own video in the future. Just wanted to start off with this one since it's a different color scheme than I'm used to personally. Also, the background is weird. I will be improving it shortly. It's just going to take me a little bit of time, so be patient with me. And I'm also going to be trying to use one brush today because it is an affordable palette and I wanted to make it an easy to follow look, especially since Valentine's Day is coming up. This is like my first Valentine's Day look. I will also have another one coming up too. So let's go ahead and get started. I have my eyelids primed with the Draw Cosmetics Clean Canvas base in the color Fair, which is a great color match for me, but I'm scared it's going to crease on me, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to take the E38 side of this little Sigma brush here. I'm going to go into the shade Petal, which is this shade right here, which is a kind of a creamy light matte shade, and I'm going to put this right underneath of my brow bone area as I did with most of my looks, just because I feel like in the long run it makes it easier to blend my crease, because all my colors, since I don't have much eyelid space, kind of go up here, and the edges usually blend better if I have something down under my brow bone. Easy enough. I'm going to wipe off the brush on my leg because that's what I do to clean off the excess product. And I don't know what I want to do. So part of me wants to do purple, part of me wants to do red, part of me wants to go towards this little green shade right here, and the rest is like pink. So I'm like, I don't know. So let's just go ahead and go to Peony, which is this light pink shade right here. Honestly, this would probably work best with a white eyeshadow base, but I didn't know what color I was going to do today, so I'm going to tug this in the first half of my crease just to start off and see what kind of color we get from this. Also, I am a Alter Ego affiliate. Like I said, you can use code porcelain if you want to save money off Alter Ego palettes, but today I'm really trying to see like how the quality is of this, especially since these kind of colors are a little more difficult to formulate than a lot of their other palettes, which are neutrals. So I'm going to be truthful with you, and obviously you can tell how it works. But if you do end up picking it up and you want to use my code, I'd appreciate it greatly. I'm going in for a second dip now just to enhance that pink, but it looks really good. Like, it's really even. Also, I like there's not much kickback in the pans with these mattes. It's just nicely pressed. I'm cleaning off that brush now and going into the next color. I'm gonna go, I want to go red. I want to go red so bad, but also purple. So I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into Lush, which is this kind of burnt reddy kind of shade. And yeah, we'll go with the reds for this one because we do purple looks sometimes. We don't do red looks very often, so tapping into there. Ooh, I like this shade Black Dahlia. That's very nice. And I'm just going to put this in the second half of the crease. I know a lot of these kind of basic looks for me are kind of similar as far as technique goes. 2 colors in the crease, 2 colors in the lid. But I feel like it tests more colors than someone just doing like a halo eye where it's like something over the crease and then 2 different colors in the lid. I feel like I'm testing out a few more colors, and I also do a different color under the lower lash line as well. And I'm just adding some of this red here and blending it out. Also, yeah, let me do this color on the other side and then we'll add some more color and dimension to this side because I picked a very dull color and I think I want something a little more poppin'. So this is a shimmer shade. If this was a matte shade, I feel like it would really pop with this look. So I'm going to go into this kind of dusty brown shade right here. I don't want to go for the red because I feel like that's really, really red. So I'm going to go for this purple shade. I know it's, again, a little more on the kind of cool tone dull side, but I just want to add a little bit of dimension to this outer corner here. So I'm just going to tap this. I'm going to leave it like that and then I'll blend it out afterwards. I'm just going to let it sit on the lid or the crease for a second, see how it performs. So I'm going to leave it and then I'm going to go back over here and blend this one. I'm not going to add any excess product. I don't need it to be like crazy bold since we did add a red underneath. But I feel like this makes the eye draw out more, you know, than just like when you put stuff on the inner portion, you kind of drag it out past your eyebrow area. It kind of, if that makes any sense at all. All right, now flipping over to the other side of the brush, which is kind of like a flat moment, but I'm also going to use it as my shader as well. So for the lid colors, we're going to go into the really cute like petunia pinky shimmery shade, and then for the outer portion, I know I want to do that green, but it's not going to match, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go into, let's do the Black Dahlia shade. I know it's darker, but it's a kind of a cool dark shimmer. I want to know if it comes off more purple or more black. So let's start off with the pink side now. It picked up pretty well on the brush. It's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. It's not my normal vibe at all, but I'm kind of digging it. So this is what the shimmer looks like. Ooh, are we focused? I can't tell. This is what the shimmer looks like on the lid. It's very cute and pink. Definitely made a difference in the other side. And I'm just going to keep using this one side of it, leave this blank for the other color. Now going into the Black Dahlia shimmer shade, picking it up on the brush. It does look more purple, I think, but we'll see. Oh, it comes off just kind of grayish. Not really a black, not really a purple. It's definitely more of a, let me swatch it with my finger. It's definitely more of a satin than an actual shimmer shade. As we can tell, there's not a lot of sparkle to it. It just has like a little bit of luminosity to it. So it's not going to be that metallic-y pretty shade I expected on the lid. It's definitely going to be more subtle. But also it's not going to distract from my crease colors. So I'm not mad at it. Honestly, if you wanted to pick it up with a blending brush, it's this kind of satiny shade, you probably could get away with it and it would look fine. If you're looking for like a black matte that they don't have in this palette, you could definitely use the shimmery, the satiny shade and just pretend it was a matte. It might take a little extra blending, but as long as you have a good eyelid primer down, it shouldn't be an issue. Alright, so I'm going to wipe off the shimmery and satiny shades off the end of this brush. I'm going to use it again, like I said, for my shader brush as well. Multitasking with these brushes today because I hate washing brushes, you guys, especially when there's pink or red on it. It takes forever to clean off, so one brush is ideal. So for the lower lash line, I'm going to go into the shade, what do we want to do? Let's go into Azalea, which is kind of like a bright orange color. So I'm going to go into this one. It's going to add a little bit of contrast from the top of the lid, and I'm just going to shade the lower lash line with this lightly. I don't need anything super bold under here because we do have a lot of pink and purple going on. Ooh, but I kind of like the contrast of the slightly orange shade with the light pink in the center of the eye, so this so far looks nice. I love a matte that picks up well with a like a flat brush that I can also use as a shader. I have a lot of shading brushes, don't get me wrong, but sometimes in like my little dirty brush container, I forget which ones I used color on and which ones I use neutrals on, and it's kind of a pain. So when I do it like this, I'm like, okay, I use this for color when I do a double-sided brush. Gotta remember what's what these days, because if I could like do 2 neutral looks in a row, I can just use the same brushes and pretend that they're not dirty. Anyways, this is the eyeshadow. This is what we're working with right now. I'm gonna blend the crease a little bit better, but I'm gonna pop off camera, put on some lashes, mascara, finish my face. I'll be right back and show you the finished look. Alright guys, so this is the finished look using the Blooms palette from Alter Ego, which is the dupe for the Natasha Denona Love palette. And honestly, the price difference is fantastic for this, so I'm really excited about it because I love Alter Ego palettes. I mean, again, Goddess is my favorite one. Like, it's a dupe for Natasha Denona Gold, but like those greeny gold shades and like the kind of mustardy matte shades in there are like my favorite. So I definitely like this one a lot for being a dupe for Love. I think it's very fitting for like Valentine's Day coming up and everything. I think it's really cute. I don't know why I hold everything upside down because I'm always scared the mirror is gonna like reflect the entire world. But I think it's really pretty and overall really cute. It performed really well too. I think the look came out pretty nice. I didn't want to add a like pink lip or anything or a purple lip with this just because I feel like it'd be too much of the same kind of color scheme, especially because it doesn't match my vibe. So I went with more of a nude with a little bit of color to it. So overall, here is the eye look up close. I think it turned out, not focusing, I think it turned out really well and I'm really happy with it. So let me know what you think down below, you guys. And tell me what kind of look you want me to do with the Canyon palette because I don't know, it's kind of a neutrally palette, so I feel like I'll end up doing the same thing I usually do, but you know, tell me what you want to see with it and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.